Good morning, everybody. 12 minutes past 7 o'clock right now, and it is time to visit with our good friend Ron the Car Guy from Westside Auto Pros, and a topic this morning that you might not have thought about for a while, and maybe not thought about at all.
Could be. I want to talk a little bit today. We're going to talk about counterfeit. And, when I say counterfeit, I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind is money, handbags, watches, the stuff that we've heard about for years. And it's actually, I mean, it's widespread. It's into all kinds of industries, but it's in our industry as well. There's counterfeit auto parts out there.
And now, just to clarify, we're not talking like generic, not name brand and a generic type of part. We're talking actual
We're talking about actual low quality auto parts that are sold or represented as a factory part or a high quality original manufacturer type part.
Really?
And this last year at SEMA out in Las Vegas, I think there was 4 or 5 booths that were shut down because they were representing counterfeit parts.
Seriously?
Yeah.
They had the guts to come out there and show off their products?
Exactly. Yeah. And I don't know if they knew that it was a counterfeit product that they were showing, and that's where it becomes tricky. Is it exists in all industries, but e-commerce and the online retailers are what's allowing this to fuel, and oftentimes they don't know that the parts they're selling are counterfeit, because take just for example, take a company like Amazon. Look at the millions and millions of items that they ship every day. They don't have time to check every one of those, nor how do they know?
Right, because there's a lot of personal sellers on something like Amazon, or a lot of online companies.
And I recently had people are probably wondering why we brought cologne here.
Well, we were telling you something personal.
Exactly. You should shower in the mornings. but no. Anyway, this is the cologne I use, Acqua di Gio. It doesn't make any difference. But to go buy this in a retail store like in Des Moines, it's like $90.
Well, especially for that size, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I can get this on Amazon for $59 to $60, and I did, because I'm looking at the savings.
Right.
And so I bought it, and I started using it, and I noticed it smells the same, but it doesn't seem to last as long. It didn't. I had to put, in my opinion, more of it on. And so I took the bottle to Yonkers and asked the lady at the counter where they sell this stuff. Yeah. I said, what's going on? Does this stuff have a shelf life? Does it go bad? I bought this online, and it doesn't seem to work as good as the stuff I've bought in the past. And she took her bottle, and she took the bottle that I brought, and she flipped it over, and hers has this tag on the bottom, and the one that I brought in didn't have that tag. And it's like a hologram type tag. And she goes, that's because this is counterfeit.
Counterfeit.
Wow. And you could tell a difference.
I could tell a difference, yeah. Not.
Well, the scary thing is working in a beauty industry that looks exactly like Acqua di Gio should. The color, the bottle, everything looks exactly like it. So they're done so well that you weren't able to tell, except for little things that stuck out in your head. And the same thing's happening with car parts as well.
Absolutely. And so I contacted Amazon, and they gave me my money back. And
they did.
Yeah, and then the supplier reached out to me and said that apologized and said I could go ahead and keep the product.
Well, that's nice of them, yeah.
But what you just said is exactly right, Jackie. We can't always tell, especially when you get into maybe it's a module or something electronic that runs something in a car. I can't see what's going on inside, and technology has allowed them to clone boxes and packaging. And I mean, the boxes came in, the packaging,
looked exactly the same.
Yeah, I'm like, score.
So what do we do to help prevent getting counterfeit parts?
Well, you have to trust where the stuff comes from, and this is something that we run into as an auto repair shop, from time to time. Is let's say you bring your car in, and I say, Jackie, your car needs a water pump, and it's X amount of dollars to fix it, and maybe you go online, you start looking at online retailers and sellers, and you're like, well, Ron, we can get this water pump online, and we can save $80 on it. It might even be represented with the same part number. There might be a picture of it. It might come in the same box. I don't know where that thing came from. And you know, the saying of, you know, if the deal looks too good to be true, it could be. I mean, you know, my deal was too good to be true. And there just isn't. We have to keep in mind there just isn't that much profit margin in most products that you can save 60-70%, you know, buying them online.
Right.
And so, you know, as a professional repair shop, I mean, we buy from companies that we know, love, and trust. But, you know, again, you don't always know if you're buying something off the internet because they have no way of checking. I mean, this wasn't Amazon's fault.
Right.
You know, and I'm sure the people that supply it sign an agreement. I mean, you know, if you Google, you know, counterfeit products in Amazon, I mean, you know, they try their best to make sure, but
now, speaking of parts,
sure.
you said you use people that you know, love, and trust.
Correct.
Who are some of these suppliers? Do you go right to the manufacturer, or who do you go to?
Some stuff we'll buy from the manufacturer if we buy a big enough volume, but you know, like Factory Motor Parts is a company that we buy a lot of stuff from, and they're a direct distributor for AC Delco, Motorcraft, you know, some of the higher quality
the
stuff.
Big names,
and they buy direct from the manufacturer, and we know that. And so, you know, we have confidence.
So they're your link.
Exactly, exactly. We know where it originated from, and that's the key to a lot of this stuff. You know, I've got a friend in Minneapolis that, and this was several years ago, but a gentleman brought a suspension part in himself that he had bought on the internet, and he asked my friend's shop to install this, and they installed it. And a short time later, that part failed, and the guy was in an accident and got injured.
No.
And they came back and they sued my friend's shop.
Right, because they put the part in.
They put the part on, and the perception was they should have known it was a low-grade part.
Right.
And you can't always tell by looking. So,
So counterfeit parts.
I was going to say, if people want more information, Ron, because I know this is going to stir up a lot of conversations with people today, can they call you guys and
absolutely.
and ask some questions?
Yeah, you can call me. I'm so easy to get a hold of.
Well, how do they do that?
You can Google Westside Auto Pros. You can Google Ron Haugen. I mean, I'm out there, but yeah, you can call me at 225-9090, or you can send me an email, and I answer all questions.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ron the Car Guy.
Very informative.
It's